Now here, I know many of you might have seen this before, and if you've seen one of the other videos, but here's how I um have always made mistake tiles. First of all, I get the degrees line. Take the width of whatever tile I'm cutting, because whenever I go along the line and draw that there through, don't forget the tile won't be square as it looks here, because it'll be covered up, so it gives that there slate effect. And then all I do from there is carry along, making my marks up my widths of a similar piece of wood to whatever size tile I'm going to be doing. This is 1:24 scale, but I checked, and if I do it too small, it just doesn't seem to look right, so it doesn't. Then from there, I just get one of the saw, if I can find it, which I put down here. And here, just drag back and forward against the line, see a depth, all the way along. The depth is approximately half the width of the material you're using, which is 2mm. So I'm going to put what should be about 1mm. As I say, if you've seen other videos, you'll have seen this technique that I used before. And then from there, I reach across once I should have had ready. And it's a triangular needle file. And with the triangular needle file, then what I do, find the groove and just take the edges and with that there groove in it, whenever they're painted, the grey seems to sit in that there groove, whatever colour of the roof I'm doing. With this one here is slate grey, it'll be on Ross's house. And then basically that there's basically how to finish off. And then once they're put on the roof, you'll see the effect that they give, and we'll be coming up that momentarily. Now here I'm going to be lining the windows and the doors, and the way I've decided with Ross's Cottage to do that there is quite simple. What I've done, I've cut some strips of 1mm by 10mm. The reason why I've cut it slightly bigger than the actual frame is because it has to come out, because when I put the final coat of plaster on, it'll actually come up to the edge of that, and then the frame will be inside of that, if you know what I mean. And if you do know what I mean, let me know. So there's a bit of wood glue, because I'm just going on to the wood. These have all been filed and sanded, so they have fit in, hopefully, quite well. Different approach perhaps. And what you can't see here, I'm feeling the back to make sure I've got them level at the back. And where I can clamp them, I will clamp them. Where I can't clamp them, then we'll have to resort to the old masking tape. Yep. So when I go to put the door in there, the door will sit square. And that's how you frame out. To say, you gotta keep the rest of it Hello folks, I just coming into the video here a wee bit because I just want to explain what I'm doing. As grandfather, Ross's grandfather built this here property. What I want to do is I want to incorporate some of the things from the house. Here I've took off, you probably can't see them, but properly, but I've chipped off the front of the windows. So I have, because I'm going to use them to actually make the windows. This is part of a chair that Ross's grandfather was working on. And with that there, I am going to, don't know where I'll get them all, but I'm going to get some of the actual window sills themselves made from this here. It's looks to me like a piece of oak, so it does. It's all been hand carved. It seems a shame, but I wanted to incorporate. Seems a shame to cut it off, but I wanted to incorporate it into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and plow on and get everything prepared, and then we'll come back when we're putting them all together. We'll start at the front and then do the back. And that, personally, as I say, that's when I feel the house starts to get a bit of its character, so it does. And before the glass goes in and the stained glass and so on. All right, back to you shortly. Now, for those of you who've watched the channel before, you'll know that normally, like, I repaint the windows and so on. But in case you think I'm cheating here, no, I'm not. It's because these windows here are 1 to 24 scale, and as you know, I work in our 1 to 12 scale. So there's slight differences here on how I'm going to have to make the windows, because if I was to do them too big, it would just look out of place with the rest of the property. So here, what I'm having to do is cut through thinner pieces, and I'm going to build up the actual frame
that's going into the property. After that, put the window sections in separately. I'll have to repaint across the top ones, and you'll see whenever I come that there. But for now, what you're seeing me doing is just getting the basic window ready for the actual frame for the rest of the window to go in. Now here I've made it down. Just don't know if you can see. I'm no good at putting things together on the camera. There's a wee cut the notch out for it. What that's to do is to help secure everything in place and to fit in so it doesn't affect the glass when the glass goes in against the back of it, because again we're going to have to do bits and pieces in that, which you'll see coming up, where the glass is going to be secured in place, not just stuck on, because it just wouldn't be right, would it? But we'll put a dab of glue in this here. You'll see the first one in place, and then I'll move on with the rest. And here I'm working on the bay window. I know it's difficult to see, but there's a slight curve in the window, so there is. Hopefully when it comes together that will stand out a bit more, especially when it's on the job on site. So all I gotta do is put the crossbars top beam on, and that's an R1 done, so it is, and we'll see that there in place. Um, Here folks, you can see we've got one window in, we've got the bay window in place, so we have, and now we'll be moving on to this front window for the extension then. So I'm waiting for so we can get the flat roof on, and everything will start coming together after that on the exterior, and the interior is well on the way as well. I'll get on with that there. It's basically the same as what I've done before, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it, put it in place, and bring you back then. All right, thanks. Now all these notches I've cut out here for the extension window, I've done on the bandsaw, but just as easily be done with just an ordinary small saw, tennis saw, whatever it is, and from there you can use a needle file, which you have to do anyway when you do it with a bandsaw, so it's not much of a difference, was not. Here we've got to get the height right, because it's 2 inch level the whole way around. So I'll drop that down slightly, and that one's just on the mark, so that's fine. And give it a wee. Oh, that was slipped out. The rest are all in place in the re-bits. Bit of contact adhesive. Hold it for a minute. I will be doing the ends, but I'll be doing the ends with sliding in a bit of contact adhesive again into there. Cut these strips of wood. What I'm doing is just taking the edge off to give an indent. And the reason for that being is this is going to be Gary's door. You could have just stuck them together, but it needs that edge taken off. To see when it's painted and sanded, that will stand out to be to look like separate panels, which is what a garage door is meant to look like, isn't it? It's meant to look like separate panels. Take the top edge off, the bottom edge off. Folks, that's the door in place. You can see now what it meant by the grooves, the effect that it gives when that's painted up. It'll come good. Still haven't decided whether it's going to be open with hinges, which may be best because it is a replication rather than trying to lift it in through because the car's got to go inside. But deal with that shortly. Now here, as you can see, I've already put all the window sills in, so I have to the cottage, and now I'm jumping ahead. I'm just making the frames for the window. So I've just cut. I'm using mahogany. I've cut it a bit thicker than what should be and stuff like that, for a simple reason that I tried doing them thin like the front, and it didn't seem to work well with the back. So what I've done is I've made them slightly bigger than 1:24 scale, and what I've also done, I've mitered the edges because it would look strange with this here size. Just put it up against each other, so these windows are being done the way I'd normally do them.
Don't touch me. No, don't touch me. Where is Chris?
Chris is going to be gone for a day or two.
How is my Chris better?
That's a dry fit done for
No, it's still
the rear windows
Get me a beer.
with the windowsill. You can see the miters and so on. So I'm just going to carry on with the rest with exactly the same process, and I'll bring it back in when I'm doing the last one. So I will, and from then it's on. Sorry, folks. I made a mistake. I was meant to film all this here. These are the stained glass windows that are going to be going in. This is the one for the circular window which goes in the living room. This is the one for the bathroom. Dog's gone. There we are. Now you've seen me putting these all in, so all I'm doing now, going from the dry fit to the finish fit, which is the wet fit. So I'm going to play on with the rest, so I am, and bring you back shortly. Alright, thanks.